sharing one of our products from Oneberry Technologies, which is called, today is called Oneberry Access. Just to give you a brief overview about this product, I'm sure everyone is aware of the current procedure of our security guards, wherein we are asked to write down on logbooks whenever we visit a building or an office. And even the security guards themselves, they would normally write everything on logbooks. And just imagine today, with the pandemic, this practice of sharing a pen and a logbook to anyone is exposing us to the virus. And it's of great concern. Now, mind you, this happened in Singapore. This product was launched in 2004. And initially, it was called Intelligent Guard System. It was mainly focused on helping out the security industry in automating this part of the work process. Just imagine if there are incidents and you would have to go through the logbook to find certain details or information. So what Oneberry did was to automate this system, and they came up with the system called IGS, or Intelligent Guard System. This was the original look and feel of the solution back in 2004. Now in 2010, Oneberry repackaged the solution and called it Security Information Management System, or SIMS. It was an upgraded version of the software. It was more user-friendly. We made sure that even old people can use the system. Anyone who doesn't have a background in using computers will be able to use the system easily. So this is the rebranded product. And at the core of this product is the visitor management system, which we automated. And it has evolved. In 2010, we started integrating the system to access control solutions like barcode scanning or scanning of any other interfaces like QR code. We can even scan actual IDs and read the text. Like we can determine which one is the name, which one is the ID number. It was what we call the optical character recognition module for this integration. So basically what happened was we started automating the coming in and going out of visitors in offices. And it's still evolved. In 2012, the Personal Data Privacy Act was enforced in Singapore. And we started to secure the data being used by the system. If you notice in this screen right now, this is my original ID in Singapore, wherein we only show the last 4 characters of the ID. This to make sure that nobody else can use the ID. And as you can see, you can see my name here. Later on, if we will have enough time, I will do a demo of what the system can do, a live demo. So in 2012, the solution was upgraded again to be PDPA compliant. And the first client was Republic Polytechnic. This is one of the big schools in Singapore. And they automated the access control for students and visitors. And mind you, this is a very big campus. If I'm not mistaken, it is comprised of more than 20 buildings in one big campus. In 2014, Oneberry was featured in the Ministry of Finance budget speech. And what was highlighted was the same solution. It was an upgraded version of the Security Information Management System, uh, uh, which we installed at Kim Chuan Dormitory. Now, this dormitory was housing more than 5,000 workers. And we managed the access control and the government reportorials for Singapore. We monitored the influx of people, the entry and the exit of people to make sure that everyone is accounted for. And the system was really designed to enhance safety protocols because it can monitor people within the premises. And in case of emergencies and let's say the building needs to be evacuated, we had the capability to determine which people have gone out and which people are still inside. This can be done through system integration with various scanners like RFID scanners, barcode scanners, even facial recognition scanners. So implementing this solution at that dormitory allowed the company to save a lot of money through automation. Basically, what happened was originally that dormitory was designed to have 12 security guards every shift. We cut it down to half because we automated a lot of their procedures. One of them is access control. The other, of course, is security. We implemented some virtual guard solutions. We installed intelligent cameras and implemented analytics to automate instances like somebody climbing over the wall, or if there's an accident, if there's a commotion. We automated how the system responds and interacts with the existing security personnel. This is a highlight of our implementation, which is the Interpol event in 2019. Just watch the video briefly. Sorry, just to explain with you that video. In 2019, the international Interpol event was done in Singapore. And what happened was Oneberry Technologies was asked to provide the guest management. So from the onset, even 6 months before the event, Oneberry already developed the online booking for visitors for the event. And we manage not only the daily schedules, we also manage the participants of the different seminars being done in that event. So people were able to book online and schedule events. Even their meals, they can book online. And they are provided with QR codes, which they can use to access the premises, the event venue. And every seminar rooms had our scanners, so they can access it based on the schedule. If they access the seminar rooms out of the schedule, they won't be allowed. So everything was automated. And mind you, this was prior to the pandemic. And now we have this. The next video you're about to see is one of our implementations in Singapore, which is OUE. And what you'll see here is an automated system wherein people will go to this kiosk and register prior to entering the building. So we're using facial recognition in this system. And we can also customize the process. Like in this case, the company requires the visitor to present their ID. Now, this is to make sure that the person and the ID are valid. Because sometimes people will use the IDs of another person just to gain access. So as you can see, the process is very straightforward and it's automated. Now what we've done, okay, before I show you the robot, basically this next video is an implementation based on the circumstances today, which is the pandemic. So the system allows us to improve the process wherein there is actually no contact every time you try to access a building. The current version of the system allows people to interface with the access control using their own mobile devices. So you're not interfacing with the kiosk or whatever access control they have directly. That means you don't touch it. You just present yourself in front of the kiosk. The kiosk will automatically scan your face, and there's a QR code on the kiosk which you can scan and then fill in the details. This is some of the premises here in Manila have been implementing this now. But what we've done is take it a step higher, wherein we do facial recognition. And we also have a system wherein the kiosk can detect hand gestures. So if a kiosk will answer you a yes or a no, you can do a hand gesture to respond. And this minimizes the transmittal of the virus because you're not touching the monitor at all. Now, the next video you're about to see is an implementation with one of our robots, Kenobi 1. And this is also an access control solution implemented in one of the hospitals in Singapore. Let's play the video. And you can see this is Kenobi 1 integrated with Safe Entry, which is a Singapore standard for contact tracing. You'll see here that we're scanning the body temperature to make sure that they don't have fever. So you'll notice the person does not interact with the devices or with the interface directly. There's no physical contact. Now in 2019, due to the commitment of Oneberry to always enhance the solutions that they provide, we came up with Oneberry Access. Access stands for Advanced Client Control Enterprise Services Software. Now, it's very important that you remember this because it's an all-encompassing level of the system. Wherein when we started, we were just designing a visitor management system. But because it has been extensively used in Singapore, we decided to take it to the next level. And what you see here are the different form factors of the solution. We can install the solution using a stand-alone kiosk, or a desktop kiosk, or a wall-mounted kiosk. And we've also come up with our own mobile app that can interact with the system, the software directly. So what is enterprise services? Enterprise services is a comprehensive term to describe an architecture combining engineering discipline and computer science to solve practical business problems. Enterprise services architecture generally includes high-level components and principles of object-oriented design employed to match the current heterogeneous world of IT architecture. It may sound complicated, but basically what we did was we combined different modules on top of the Oneberry Access platform so that it can extend the services that it can provide. So now we've enhanced the physical form factor of the hardware, wherein we can interact with RFID devices, barcodes, QR codes. We can even interact with Bluetooth connections. Like I said earlier, air gesture. We have facial recognition, thermal scanner, and we also have two-way audio to minimize physical interaction with the kiosk. Currently, we have a command center in Oneberry wherein we manage around almost 1,000 systems all over Singapore in different implementations. And it's being managed in a centralized command center. And the reason why we can do that is because we designed the system to be deployed in almost any kind of environment. These are just different interfaces that we can implement. Now, what's next? Now we've integrated the system with a task management module. What is a task management module? Basically, these are tasks given to individuals. The tasks can be managed remotely, like from a command center. And the personnel who is in charge of the task will receive the task on their mobile phone. And all they have to do is just interface with the system and submit their tasks as needed. Let me see. Okay. So so how do we do that? A typical example would be let's say the elevators that require maintenance, regular maintenance. So what we do is on the machine room of the elevator, we add an RFID chip. So every time the engineer will go to the machine room, all they have to do is just tap on the RFID chip, and the checklist, the tasks will appear on the phone, and they will be guided accordingly, and they can check as they finish a task, they can check it. And once they're completed, they can just submit the report, and that report is received at the command center. And they can also send real-time audio or video files. They can have attachments on the reports and so on. So the system will have all these functionalities like dashboards. You'll be able to generate reports as needed. And we also have a services module. Everyone who is in the service industry will know this. You have work order management, resource management. You can plan your resources in advance. Based on the schedule, if you have more scheduled on weekends, then you can enhance your your manpower during weekends using the system. We have the maintenance schedule as mentioned earlier. We have a booking module. Now, this is very important for any premise or any organization that has facilities. It can be a residential application. Normally for residential applications, you have the clubhouses, the swimming pool, the barbecue pits or tennis court, basketball court. For office applications, you have the conference rooms, stadiums, halls. So the applications are various, and it's very user friendly. It comes with a calendar module that is accessible online, and the interface is really real time, and you can manage the module accordingly. Like, let's say you don't allow reservations on holidays, you can do that, or you have to limit the number of people using a particular room. You can also do that using the system. So how much time? I only have 5 more minutes. Asset tracking, this is very important. What we do here is we can even automate asset tracking, like we can install RFID chips or Bluetooth chips to track movement of assets real time. And QR codes, we can also use QR codes. Typically, with our visitor management module, we have keys management, wherein each keys are attached to either an RFID tag or a barcode keychain, so that every time somebody requests for a key, we can track it accordingly using the system. We have space management for those in the retail sector or commercial rental sector. You can manage the spaces properly by using the system. You can, there are features like not listed here, like contracts management, space utilization, and so on. I think, yeah. Of course, we also have a built-in staff attendance module wherein, like for the application of security guards, we normally include the staff attendance to make sure that the roster of security personnel is always met. Tenant billing, part of the facilities management module. It comes with occupancy analysis. Like you can, once you have enough data in the system, you can analyze the maturity of contracts. If you have prospects, are these tenants going to renew their contracts? Is it time for you to consider other tenants? So things like that. And that's it. So basically what I shared with you is Oneberry Access. Currently, it's being upgraded to include all the other modules that I just shared with you. But if you have a need for access control, visitor management, task management, these are already live solutions that has been used in Singapore for the past 10 years at least. And we have the track record to show you that the solution is really needed, especially here in the Philippines. Now, all you companies out there who wants value-added services, just contact Entegra, and we'll be very much open to share everything with you and give you all the support that you need. So thanks again, guys, for the opportunity to share a solution with you all. All the best.